Another episode of Barely Out of Bounds. It's your boy Rico Daddy Slick here. It's your boy Rico Daddy Slick here.
How did your crew not get out there? They're playing off!
On the green, we sway with a beer in hand every day. From the tee to the hole, we're just trying to keep control. We're barely out of bounds, drinking and golfing around. A toast to the fairway we raise, for the love of the game and the haze. For the love of the game and the haze.
I don't know if about it this class. I don't know.
Hello and welcome back to another brand new, beautiful, eye-opening, mesmerizing, incredible Barely Out of Bounds podcast. Joining me is Zartavius Smithsonian. I am, of course, Goober Magruder, and we are here to talk about golf tonight. As you can tell by the title, Scottie Scheffler does it again at the Memorial. In memoriam to the field for this podcast because they got killed.
Yeah.
Especially on the weekend. How we doing tonight, Zane?
I'm doing great. So yeah, they got absolutely murdered. And this just goes to show like the difference between Scottie Scheffler and the rest of the players on the PGA Tour. Well, the rest of the players on the PGA Tour at the very least, right? I mean, let's just put it this way. Okay, Sepp Straka had a great round 4 to cruise back into, I think it was a third, right? Following Ben Griffin.
Yeah.
Problem is, I mean, this is the craziest part about this whole thing. Obviously, Memorial is playing hard. But here's the thing people have to remember. 7th place was 1 under par.
Yeah.
What? So, dude beat the 7th place players on the leaderboard. These are people on the freaking leaderboard by 9 shots. That's crazy. And Zach, I mean, you were one of these guys that was saying, like, oh, it's not that good. It's not that good. Dude, Scottie is on another level. He's just on another level.
I never said he wasn't the best player in the world.
It's not just that he's the best player in the world. People, there's always a best player in the world. There's not always. Lee Westwood at one point was the best player in the world. This is not a Lee West. Luke Donald was the best player in the world. This is not a Luke Donald. This is not even close. Andy Bean was the best player in the world at one point.
Zane,
this is not no Andy
golf
Bean.
Fans don't know about those guys.
That's what I'm saying to you. But they do know about Rory McIlroy. Even at Rory McIlroy's peak golf performance wasn't this good.
Yeah.
He's in the data golf index. This is how good Scottie Scheffler is playing compared to the field. In the data golf index. This is, again, data golf, for those of you that don't know, data golf index takes only the rolling average of the year for their index, right? just from this year to last year, same time, he
Yeah.
is nearly an entire stroke above Rory McIlroy.
Yeah.
That's just bonkers. That's unheard of. And then it goes Rory McIlroy and DeChambeau are within a tenth of each other.
Yeah.
That's insane. People will look back on this and will be like, "Holy crap, this was the next Tiger." I mean, this is way better than Jordan Spieth
Yes.
ever was at any given moment, because Jordan Spieth, even when he was dominating the major, sorry, I'll let you talk. Let me finish. I'll let you finish, Taylor. But here's the thing: even whenever Jordan was at his peak, that was really, I mean, it wasn't only majors, but it was mainly majors.
I saw a stat, and I want to double check the statistic just to show you how different this run Scotty's on is.
And real quick, we didn't even say what we're drinking tonight. I am so sorry. I went straight through. I'm supposed to say, "Hey guys, yeah, Zach, thank you for the intro. We're gonna tell you what we're drinking while Zach's looking that up." So I am drinking tonight a nice little golf drink, a Smirnoff Ice Zero Sugar. I just found these. They taste fantastic. I mean, obviously they have artificial sweeteners and stuff in them, but it tastes really, really good. And you know what? Zero sugar. How many calories are in this thing? Let's see. Serving for container. How much container? Only 94 calories. Not bad. Anyway, Zach, hit him with it. What are you drinking tonight?
I'm finishing my last Georgia Beer Company Field Party Blonde Ale.
Good man.
Again, beautiful can.
We got to go up there. We got. I mean, go down there. It's
those of you who weren't here last week, I did drink 5 of these.
He did,
and I did get a little tipsy.
And somebody's going to be doing a shot tonight.
Somebody is going to be doing a shot tonight. Zane, real quick, just because you brought up Data Golf, let's go ahead and go over how Data Golf's been working for you on DraftKings lately.
Not great. Not very good. We are having to do a little bit of finicking with the decision making when it comes to our DraftKings picks. So I'll explain my method this next this coming one. We'll see if it goes. It's gotta go better. It's got to go better than the last.
It's got to get better.
Well, not only that. I mean, no, it's got to get better than that. You know what I mean? Like that people guess and beat you. You know, like that's kind of like the wife putting in a fantasy football team and just winning the championship. Yeah,
I like it. It's a cute cat, and you're like, oh my god, you're beating me by 40 points.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. So I'm really I've changed. I've got a new method, and we'll see if that method works. If that method doesn't work, then we'll switch it up again, I guess. We'll keep doing it, and we'll keep switching it up until a method works. You know?
Yeah, Zane has been struggling on the DraftKings lately, but it's okay. You know, he's fine. He'll get back out there. He'll perform eventually.
Somewhere. I've got to perform somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what's got to happen.
Zane's
it's got to happen somewhere.
He's got to perform somewhere.
Somewhere. Anywhere in my life. Any life facet. Got to perform somewhere.
I might be playing in a tournament.
You have a fan on or something? Because I'm hearing like...
Yeah, I do. Do you want me to turn it off?
Or just lower?
I'll turn it off.
Okay.
Talk for a second while I go turn that off.
It sounds good. It's just... I can definitely hear it. But anyway, so yeah, Zane's got to switch things up. Zane hasn't done very good lately when it comes to DraftKings, but we're gonna switch. We're gonna figure this out together because I'm doing something interesting with this week. I'm doing something interesting this week with the DraftKings. So anyway, that sounds a lot better. By the way,
okay,
a lot better. It was
glad to hear it.
Like you could hear like a squeak.
I'm glad to hear it's better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those doggy whistles. We can all hear it, but you can't.
I mean, I have my headphones in, so. All right. So, do you want to go ahead and do the DraftKings now and then jump into all the topics?
I mean, we can do the DraftKings first. We can do the DraftKings last.
Let's do the DraftKings first. We're already on the topic, so
Why not? Why not?
Already jump into it.
So I do the shot at the end though, right?
I think you should do the shot.
We've
now.
got to hold them. We've got to hold them off.
No, I think we do the shot now.
So I've got to go and grab the shot.
Yeah, man.
Well, then you go ahead and talk.
I'll intro the tournament. So we're at the RBC. I can hear my own voice echo. It's so annoying. Okay, we're just gonna mute him real quick. We are at the RBC Canadian Open this week in Canada, obviously. Interesting field. It's a little bit of a weaker field than you're probably used to seeing on the PGA Tour. Not a major event. Rory McIlroy is playing, though. We also got some other names. Sadly, Scottie Scheffler is not in the field, so he will not be able to win this one, which is probably why Rory showed up. It's going to be an interesting one. You're going to see a lot of names on the leaderboard you probably haven't seen. So I'm definitely excited to see what happens. I don't know what is taking Zane so long to get a shot, but maybe one day he will return to us. And there he is. I got to unmute him now. What'd you say?
Speak and he shall appear.
Yeah, I had to mute you because you were echoing real bad when you weren't at the computer.
Oh, sorry. I had to turn the volume up so I could even listen to what you're saying. This is what I've chosen.
Fireball!
I have other options.
Just chug that whole thing, man.
I don't want to do any of the other options.
You see, you guys think that Zane's relatively tall, but actually that is one of those mini bottles of Fireball that are like this big. That she's just that small.
That wasn't even funny.
He's like a little garden elf. No.
What are you trying to do with that? So we're going to fill it up. Shadow's messing with shit. Oh, dude. Not.
Yeah. All right.
If Logan is watching, I'm pretty sure he's gagging right now. Him and James. I'm pretty sure they're gagging.
They had a bad experience with Fireball.
I mean, Fireball is one of those things where, like, and I've actually come across more than just them that have this experience. Is yeah, as a young kid or whatever, obviously of drinking age, as a young kid or whatever, whenever you're doing shots of anything, typically it was Fireball, right? Because it's sweeter. It's not as, it doesn't hit you like any other liquors whenever you do shots, like tequila or whatever. I'm going to smack the crap out of you. Where are you? What are you doing up there? Anyway, dog's up on the table. I don't even know how he got there. Anyway, point being is, like, there's a lot of people that have, like, thrown up Fireball. And whenever you throw up something, you don't want to
just do the shot. Quit stalling and do the shot. My goodness.
He's on to me.
It's just a shot of liquor, dude. Yeah, that's the face we all wanted to see right there. Yeah! Yeah! Let's go, big dog.
Woo! We need a soundboard or something.
What sound do you want?
Anything. Give me some hype.
Some hype?
I want to spank that booty. Let me go spank that booty. I'll be right back.
Oh my god. Ends. All right, we are about to go into the picks. Should be a fun, exciting time for the RBC Heritage Canadian Open. Intense. We are intense right now. Like we're camping.
Oh,
Zane, can we go 1-1 or how do you want to do this? 1-1?
I say we do 1-1.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go first. I got an exciting sheet for you guys. So my first choice, I'm gonna go in order from lowest amount of money to highest amount of money on DraftKings.
Dude.
Me and Zane are playing the PGA Tour 30K Caddy single
Join us.
entry. Join us on DraftKings. You just pick out, you have a certain amount of money, or you have a salary cap basically. You put in 6 players, and then fantasy points scored. All right. My number 1 for $6,700. We had to scroll down the list to find this guy. We're going with Matthew Pavon, the Frenchman.
Pavon. That's a good one.
This list is a vibes list. We're going off of vibes. Pavon, they're French Canadians. And he's only missed 4 cuts this year, so he's having a decent season.
Sure.
So that's where we're going with Pavon. It's also a weaker field. I think he'll trend toward top 30 area.
Nice.
Alrighty. What do you got, Zane?
I was about to say that music is not sounding
It
good.
started out nice, and then it wasn't.
It started like, I don't know if it was like repeating itself or like it was just glitchy or whatever, but it did not sound good.
No.
At all.
At all. Go ahead.
Anyway, so here I've got, where's my lineup? I've got I'm about to beat the crap out of that dog. I'm about to just like, oh man, dude, it's wild. It's nuts. So we've got upcoming. There we go. Finally found it. So first on the list, I've got Corey Connors. Corey Connors, he's a favorite of mine to always pick in these. So obviously he fell into a tie for 25th place after carding 3 over 75 in the final round of the Memorial. He's a really great ball striker. I think it's one of those things where at the RBC he's going to be in contention. He didn't play as well ball striking in this round. He didn't do great in strokes gained approach. He lost 4.5 strokes to the field in this last bout. So, but he's a great ball striker. So
and he's going home.
And he's going home. This is Canada. This is Canada. He's got to do well in Canada. Corey Connors. All right. My
next pick. We're sticking with the Canadian theme. $6,900. Give me Adam Hadwin. 10 of 16 cuts made. Not the best year. He does have a top 10. He did miss the cut at the PGA, and he did not play well last week. But again, home is where the heart is. And I think Adam Hadwin is going to find his game again back home in Canada. So give me Adam Hadwin, $6,900. And Zane's doing pretty much anything but being on the podcast.
Dude, I am so sorry. This is not cool. Who'd you pick?
Adam Hadwin.
Adam Hadwin. That's a good pick. I picked Shane Lowry. $9,900.
Big spender.
Zane's
a big spender this week.
Been playing great. Top 10s, 4 of them. 11 out of 13 cuts made. Obviously, he shot a 5 over 77 at the Memorial. Finished tied for 23rd. Let's just put it this way. Memorial is going to be playing a lot harder than the RBC is.
Yes, correct.
So, he was ranked 3rd in strokes gained approach. So as long as he can keep his putting in check, he'll be fine.
Okay. All right, my next man up. We're going with a guy who has yet to miss a cut this year. A guy who has been one of my stalwarts throughout my entire DraftKings career. And that is Mr. Alex Noren.
Nice.
$8,500, pretty big step up, but for a guy that's 4 for 4 on cuts made this season, coming off an injury, we're feeling pretty good in a weaker field about Alex Noren. I think he gets a top 20 this week. I think this is a top 20 week. I don't think he sneaks into the top 10 for the first time this year yet. Mm-hmm. I think you'll see him on the leaderboard for a couple of days, but I think a top 20 for Alex Noren.
That's a good one. I'm picking Taylor Pendrith, another Canadian. He's made 1 for 1 in the last event. Cuts made. He didn't do too poorly. Tied for 12th. Finished even par at the Memorial. He's 12 for 16 cuts made on the season. Top 10 so far. So really looking forward to seeing what he can do. He's outperforming his numbers recently, so we'll see what he can do in the RBC.
All right, I have a guy with my next pick that kind of thrives in these weaker field events. A guy who is also Canadian. 3 top 10s and a win this season. We're going with Mr. Nick Taylor.
Nice. We're picking a lot of Canadians.
I mean, it is the Canadian Open, so.
Yeah, but they don't always mean nothing.
Bro, these guys are going to play so good at home.
Maybe.
This is a home game for them. They never play in Canada.
Yeah, because nobody ever plays bad at home.
Nobody. Unless you're the Knicks. Shout out to the New York fans.
So, anyway, I picked Doug Gim. Doug Gim, 17 for 21 cuts made. He's got 1 top 10 this season. He's outperforming his usual rounds. So I'm just excited to pick him. I think he's probably my biggest dark horse.
Is that your data golf pick right there?
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you my methods.
All right, my next up, making his debut as a PGA Tour professional, I'm going with Luke Clanton.
Nice. That's a good pick.
He's got a top 10 this year. He's 5 for 7 cuts made. Again, a weaker field. This is a guy I could actually see sneaking in the top 10, top 5 conversation. He's very, very, very good.
Absolutely. I've got Matteo Manacero. I remember when he was growing up.
Jeez.
He was my boy.
What the heck? I'm hearing names I haven't heard in 3 years.
Matteo Manacero. He's 10 for 13 cuts made. He's got a win this past season.
On the PGA Tour?
Doesn't say. So he's got a win this past season. Let's see.
That's got to be on like the KFT.
Trying to see where he finished. Oh, there we go. So he played in the Soudal Open T49.
What is that?
That's a World Tour DP.
DP. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to make the cut, I think. And that's really what you're trying to do with these guys. So I'm not really bothered by it.
For sure.
So I'm not really bothered by it. Anyway, your move.
My final pick. Zane, you made a good pick going with Corey Connors. I think Corey Connors is going to win this thing.
It's a good
I really do think he's going to win here.
It's a really good pick. And then lastly, I picked Hayden Springer. Hayden Springer, he is,
Never heard of her.
He's 13 out of 18 cuts made. He's got 2 top 10s this season. Let's see. Last tournament he played in was on the PGA Tour, Charles Schwab, T77. One Flight Myrtle Beach Classic, 65. He got cut at the CJ. So, hopefully this tournament he plays a little bit better in. He is one of my squeakier picks. So, we'll see what happens.
Springer.
We'll see what happens. I think he's on the upswing.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't played terrible lately. Okay. All right. Well, the picks are in. The Buffaloes are empty. The chips are down. Now let's talk some golf. So, real quick, he's moving into the hate category for me. He's moving into the hate category. We're going to hear from our good friend. Our good friend of the show, Mr. Dan Rappaport.
Oh, God.
Excellent guy. Golf coverage and golf news and all this stuff. Let's hear from Dan here. And this makes me question, I know this is, I'm aware that this is being a little facetious, but this makes me question, what is his, is this the niche he's trying to find?
She's been on the show a bunch of times. She wrote, the Oakmont ground screw is one of the best and most thorough in golf. During U.S. Open Media Day, we could see a small army cutting the rough by hand because it was too wet for full machinery. I am not a scientist, but those look like machines to me. Cutting grass by hand? I thought we were going to see some scissors.
Scissors, yeah.
Those are machines, and I understand what she's getting on here. You know, they don't have like the big kind of Zamboni looking stuff, but those are machines.
They have motors in them.
That is not cutting grass by hand. And she said to me, she's like, oh, that's what the USGA calls cutting grass by hand. I don't really care what the USGA calls cutting grass by hand. That is not cutting grass by hand. Gabby Herzig.
So, Zane, I have a question. Do you think this is the niche she's going for? Just being a deliberately obtuse asshole. Do you think that's his new niche? Zane just hung himself.
It's just so stupid. Like, this is the guy.
Like, look at the comments. I didn't even check this.
Yeah, I know. This is the guy who nobody likes to hang out with. I mean, this is the guy. Like, why do they call a parkway? Why do they call a parkway because you drive on it? Why do they call a driveway because you park on it? It's like, that's exactly what this is. It's so stupid. Like, this T. Landon Perry has the best comment. You don't have many, but this is not a hot take. It's a push mower. It's a push mower. You push a mower with your hands on it, cutting by hand. It's literally not that hard to understand. Gabby Herzig goes, bruh. Yeah, because bruh don't know. I mean,
well, and they're talking about her.
Yeah, because they're going to be cutting it with scissors.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gabby's like,
bro,
flipping them off because it's
no. Gabby's not flipping them off. Gabby's saying, like, this is like you decided to put aside a segment of your show to talk about how you disagree that this is mowing by hand.
Yeah, that's stupid. I mean, that is a waste of everybody's time.
Agreed.
That is a waste of everybody's time. I wanted to shoot myself halfway through.
Now, granted, I will. In Dan's defense, I did see some takes from this week that were pretty decent. But we're not going to talk about those.
Fair.
But I mean, like, he has the ability to have good takes.
Sure.
The problem is, like,
freaking Brandel Chambly has good takes once in a blue moon.
That is true. And Brandel Chambly does, in fact, get some things right sometimes. But
it's just not a lot.
It is very rare.
Very rare.
I think he had a good take this week, actually. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I didn't. I hardly ever see his good takes.
Oh, yeah, you can't see his good takes. Never mind.
He blocked your boy.
Yeah, he did block your boy. That's so sad. Because you guys would get along so well. You guys would be besties.
Yeah, we would. Dude, that rough at Oakmont looks freaking brutal.
It does look brutal.
I mean,
does.
It is brutal. I heard a story. I don't know if you heard that leak, but it leaked out that I think Adam Scott and Rory McIlroy both got to go and play it.
Uh-huh.
They both got to go and play it early, and Rory was like 3 over after the turn. And Scott walked in or something. No. Scott, like, I think he quit halfway through because of he was like 7 over or something stupid. Dude, this is going to be a nightmare for those guys if they keep the rough that long.
Who do you think's got the best chance with the rough that long? Because I have an obvious...
Whoever can hit the fairway. I mean, whose best strokes gained off the tee?
I mean, the best strokes gained tee to green is Scottie Scheffler.
He's going to win the U.S. Open.
I mean, let's look at strokes gained.
Who can keep it straight? I mean, who can keep it straight? I don't care about who can bomb it. Who can hit the ball?
Scottie Scheffler's number 1. Shocker.
Yeah.
No, Rory McIlroy's number 1. Actually, they're tied at number 1. Nicholas Norgard's number 3.
Can you do by Gurr? Can you do by green? Can you do by fairways hit? Can you do that? Or is that no?
Fairways. Let me see.
Can you rank by fairways hit?
Fairways. Hit. Stats. All right. Fairway hit percentage on the PGA Tour. Who would be your guess? Oh boy, this is not the name I expected to see.
Luke. No, I don't know. I'm not even.
No,
gonna
who is the Luke guy you're gonna name?
I was gonna say like Luke Donald
No.
because you were like you're never
Lucas
gonna name
Glover is number 5.
him. Wait, really?
Yeah.
Number
Number 1 in the world right now in percentage of fairways hit is Colin Morikawa.
Really? Well, just
That's
saying.
72%.
Colin, and he doesn't hit it short. Colin could win the U.S. Open if he keeps it straight.
Number 2 is Aaron Rye. That's not that surprising to me.
Could do it too. I could see Rye winning the U.S. Open.
And then you have Takumi Kanaya and Ben Coles, and that rounds up the top 5.
I could see that. So, like, off the tee, see that. Off the tee is saying that the best player is Daniel Van Tonder. He won't be playing in a U.S. Open. Then it's Bryson DeChambeau.
He sprays it a little bit, though.
He does. I don't think he's going to win. Yeah, I think it's probably honestly, if I had to be a betting man again, it'd be Scottie Scheffler's going to win the U.S.
It'd
Open.
probably my money would be on Scottie Scheffler.
Yeah,
and then
I would bet
probably throw.
I would
Colin
bet my
Morikawa as a
house
close 2.
I'd bet my house on a top 10 by Scottie.
I think Rory plays bad in thick rough, so I do not think Rory stands a chance.
Rory does play bad in thick rough. That dude tries to wail on it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it so many times. He did it at the Greenbrier one time, and he just chunked it right into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think he plays well in thick rough. So I don't think there's a chance he wins. Now,
which is wild because you think he's so strong because he is. You'd think he'd be able to hack through it a lot easier.
I don't know what it is. He just doesn't have thick rough swing, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you got to remember this. He is a shorter dude. Lie angle is going to be lower, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Could play a factor.
Who's the tallest
If you're a tall guy,
guy?
if you're a tall guy, rough. I'm just saying it's a fact. If you're a tall guy, that plane's higher, that vertical swing, that swing plane's a lot more vertical. It's a lot easier to dig.
Vertical swing plane. Shout out to Joe Mayo. All righty.
This is a little.
I got it in.
Okay.
All right. So Brandel Chambly did have a good take this week.
Let's hear it.
But first, before we get to that, we need to talk about Rory McIlroy. He chimed in on his not talking to the media.
Yep. Are you gonna play the full remarks?
I don't think I'm gonna play the full remarks just because it's a 4-minute video.
Fair, but we can react to it.
Do you want me to play the full remarks?
Yeah, I think it'd be better just to pause and react.
Okay.
And you can pause real time.
We can.
I think the audience would appreciate that. We don't want to take anybody out of context, right, Zach?
I mean, the tweet I sent you basically has all the important stuff in it. But
right, Zach?
I would never take anyone out of context, first off. I find it
would.
Actually offensive that you would even dare to say that I might.
Oh, no, I was saying you wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I know.
And going back to the PGA for 1 second, considering all the good vibes you sort of brought into that after the Masters, it was a little surprising when you didn't speak after any of your rounds. A few weeks removed, can you sort of let us know maybe what was up with that? Was it performance related? Was it something else? And more broadly, where do you think the level of responsibility is or perhaps should be for players to speak to the media after rounds?
That's an excellent question, and it was worded excellently. I really like the question. We're a few weeks removed from it. So, like, why didn't you talk to anybody? I just wanted to get that out there. This is a great question. And it was asked really well and respectfully of the player.
Yeah. It wasn't accusatory.
Yeah. Look, the PGA was a bit of a weird week. I didn't play well. I didn't play well the first day, so I wanted to go practice. So that was fine. Second day, we finished late. I wanted to go back and see Poppy before she went to bed. The driver news broke. I didn't really want to speak on that. Saturday, I was supposed to tee off at 8:20 in the morning. I didn't tee off until almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Another late finish. Was just tired, wanted to go home. And then Sunday, I just wanted to get on the plane and go back to Florida. So,
Zan, what do you think about those? answers.
I don't mind it so far. Those all sound like legitimate reasons. They all sound like semi-legitimate reasons. I get being a dad. I get.
I understand the dad thing. You wanted to say.
I get you want to be with your family. I get that. You had that late turnaround. So I don't blame him so far. Let's listen in a little bit more.
The only one I didn't like was I was just tired.
Yeah, I get it, but again, it is a late turnaround.
I understand.
But all 4 days is a little weird. Let's keep listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, and also like the driver stuff, I was a little pissed off because I knew that Scottie's driver had failed on Monday, but my name was the one that was leaked. It was supposed to stay confidential. 2 members of the media were the ones that leaked it. So
2 members of the media are the ones that leaked it, Zane. Is that how that works? Do people in the media leak stuff?
Oh yeah, they do all the time. But what?
They get leaks and then report on them, but they don't leak stuff. They don't have access to that information initially.
No, he must have told one of them or 2 of them. Yeah.
Or someone else told him.
Or somebody on his team told him.
Yeah.
Like his caddy or something.
But like
the thing is though, and here's like this is now we're getting into the real thing that is grinding his gears. Is this whole can I just say this is insane. And this goes to show how insecure Rory, I'm not bashing you. I'm probably more insecure than you are, but it just goes to show how kind of insecure he is about his win and about
driver.
It shows how insecure he is. Am I wrong?
No.
This is here's how you answer that. Because if we listen further, he'll talk about like how he didn't want to divulge any of Scottie's private stuff, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I should hold on until then. I'm not.
I'm gonna hold on till then.
I'm not. I'm gonna just go ahead and say this, and then we'll talk about it later. You could have just left that anonymous and just said other people failed too. Keep going. I'm done.
Yeah, like I wasn't the only one. Like, several drivers were tested, several drivers failed.
Yep.
Blah 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 blah.
That's exactly right. Yep. Go.
So why, I didn't want to get up there and say something that I regretted either, because there's a lot of people that I'm trying to protect Scottie. I don't want to mention his name. I'm trying to protect TaylorMade. I'm trying to protect the USGA.
I agree with that. The TaylorMade thing. I agree with that.
So I just didn't want to.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You got to protect TaylorMade because the product's so faulty and it breaks constantly.
Well, he's got contractual obligations.
I understand. Right? No, I 100% agree.
I get
he
that.
He does have contractual obligations.
Like if I was sponsored by, say, Callaway or Mizuno, like, and I'm sitting there bashing their product, saying it's failed the test for the 5th time, like they
obviously,
probably wouldn't want to sponsor.
It's got carbon instead of steel.
Yeah, keep going.
Sorry, I don't like the carbon face.
There and say something that I regretted at the time, and with Scottie's stuff, like that's not my information to share. I knew that had happened, but that's not on me to share that, and I felt that process is supposed to be kept confidential, and it wasn't for whatever reason, and that's why I was pretty annoyed at that. And then from a responsibility standpoint, look, I understand, but if we all wanted to, we could all bypass you guys, and we could just go on this, and we could go on social media, and we could talk about our round. And
yeah, you could.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's saying you don't do, like. Nobody's saying no, Rory. Don't do that. Don't tweet out.
I wonder if there's another famous golfer on the planet that's really active on social media.
No, not even that. No, it has nothing to do with comparing. It's like no, geez, please don't share about your round. We would hate that. We don't want more
Hey,
stuff to
that-
talk about.
The worst part is like, honestly, we could just bypass you guys. Yeah, you could,
You could. Like,
but
do
you
it.
don't.
Do it, dude. Like, here's the thing. If he really wanted to make that argument, he would
be
tweeted.
constantly talking about, here's how I played today. This is kind of what I was feeling.
And there are
But he
people
doesn't-
that do that. There's people that do that. Justin Thomas is a great example of a person who talks about everything going on in his game at any given moment.
Yeah.
Another person, Colin Morikawa, does, even though we said it's kind of like shitty what he did, like, he does talk about his game at almost every given moment. Like, there are people that do that.
Yeah.
Rory, you don't. You don't get to make that argument, bud. Like,
And by the
here's
way,
here's the thing. Can I say this? I'm super sympathetic. I'll let you finish. I'm super sympathetic to the idea that you just didn't have a great week. And like, you did do that morning afternoon split, and you've got a kid and you've got other things going on. Like, life happens. Nobody's saying it doesn't, but it's very evident a lot of it stems from the driver thing with how he's talking. And not only that, he's annoyed that he has to even talk to the media. And his comeback is, I could just get on this. And we're all sitting there going, then do that, bro.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If you don't want to do a 15-minute press conference talking about everything, you don't have to.
No, you don't. You don't.
But I think there is a responsibility to the fans to say something.
Yeah.
If you want to do that by a social media or a press conference, do that. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But I do think you have a responsibility, because I'm going to be 100% real.
Can I say this?
I don't get. Yes, go ahead.
No, just to add to what you're saying. I'm just adding to what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
It's exactly like Tiger having that one kind of mixed race lady chick doing all his interviews. Like, if you want to do it where it's like your own personal press person, Rory could do that. Go ahead.
So I completely lost my thought.
I'm so sorry. I meant to add to it, not to take it away from you. I'm so sorry.
This whole segment is Zane interrupting me and me trying to catch on to the thought I was having. I know something I was going to say earlier, going back. You can't say, I could just bypass you guys with this, when you have made it evidently clear in the past, in other interviews that you've done, that once you're off the golf course, you could give a shit about golf.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's exactly right. We talked about this last week. Talked about the fact that he's just not in love with the game. He's just not like that. You just can't be in love.
I mean, it's one of I remember what I was going to say. Okay. I don't understand it, but people are fans of Rory McIlroy. I don't get being a big Rory fan because you don't get anything from him.
Yeah.
He is incredibly impersonable.
Yeah.
He talks out of his ass half the time he's speaking.
All right.
And it's always something. It's something or someone else. He hardly ever takes the blame.
Yeah.
So I don't understand it, but people are fans of the guy. Imagine if Rory could be a mediocre ambassador for the game. He doesn't even have to be great. He's just got to be mediocre.
To be fair, he is kind of a mediocre ambassador for the game. He does the PGA Junior League whole thing. He does do the I'm
glad he spent a Tuesday afternoon in his offseason shooting a couple videos.
It's mediocre. It's mediocre.
No, that's pissed.
It is mediocre because it's more than what other people do. So it is mediocre.
Average.
And it's mediocre.
It's those opportunities given to him by the tour to do that. He gets paid a lot of money to do that. He doesn't go out of his way to do anything for the fans of golf. He gets paid to do all these appearances, the PGA Junior League, all the tailor-made videos that he's in.
Trust me, I get it, dude. I'm on the same side.
He's not doing it to grow the game out of the kindness of his heart.
I mean,
to be
we
an
can check.
ambassador,
We
to
can
show
check
that
if he gets
cares.
paid. I mean, can we say this before we totally like just berate the dude on the whole PGA Junior League thing? Can we check and see if he gets paid?
Sure.
Keep talking. I'll check.
How much do they pay talent in the videos? Because if it's over 7 figures, you know.
Shadow stop. Shadow stop. I think he heard something outside.
Hearing stuff, man. It's
I didn't mean to hit deep search. That's my bad. Sorry. I hit it again. There we go. There we go. So I'm just checking to see. I don't want to.
Yes, Rory McIlroy is paid for his involvement in promoting the PGA Junior League. While the exact details of his compensation aren't publicly available, he receives financial incentive for his support, including substantial equity investment from the PGA Tour.
Okay, fair. Fair. You can bash him. Commence with the bashing. Commence with the bashing.
Commence with the badge. Let's continue the video.
Commence.
I mean, it's just one of those.
I wanted to do this. You know what's funny is I brought this so I could do like this at the beginning, but I forgot to do it. I forgot to do that.
What does that say? Forever Rory?
Forever Rory. It's Golf Digest special edition for his Grand Slam.
I'd rather.
I'm gonna keep it by. I'm gonna keep it by my nightstand.
Dude, I swear to God, if you give that to me as a gag gift, that's gonna be the funniest thing ever.
Oh, it was already gonna happen, but now you ruined it. So.
Man, I know you love this guy so much. Here you go.
I just wanted to give this to you. I'm gonna wrap it and everything.
I'll burn it. I'll burn.
I don't care what you do with it. I don't care what you do.
I won't burn it. I would never.
Anyway, let's keep going.
I don't hate him that much.
Let's keep going.
Do it our own way. We understand that that's not ideal for you guys, and there's a bigger dynamic at play here. And I talk to you guys and I talk to the media a lot. I think there should be.
Well.
Yeah, I don't know, bud. Go ahead.
I think there should be an understanding that this is a two-way street, and as much as we need to speak to you guys, we're sort of we understand the benefit that comes from you being here and giving us the platform and everything else. So I understand that, but again, I've been beating this drum for a long time. Like if they want to make it mandatory, that's fine, but in our rules it says that it's not, and until the day that that's maybe written into the regulations, you're gonna have guys skip from time to time, and that's well within our rights.
I understand.
Can I just say this? Skip from time to time does not mean skip 4 days in a row.
At a major.
At a major championship.
When you're coming off of the Grand Slam. Sorry, dude. If you want people not to talk to you or about you, start sucking more at golf. Like, actually, still, like, seriously, suck at golf. And people won't talk about you. People won't ask for interviews. But you just won the Grand Slam. You're going into the next major after the Grand Slam, and you're like, yeah, I just don't want to talk to anybody. I played bad today. I'm tired.
Can I say this? I mean, this is exactly what we were talking about. Whenever we were talking about, like, obviously, I made the joke about the beta energy, but like, this is what we were talking about whenever we were talking about this whole idea behind like the Colin Morikawa situation where I don't owe anyone anything. This is that same attitude, and it's just wrong. It's just not good for society. It's not good for the game. It helps nobody. Rory, as an ambassador, as the best player or one of the best players in the world, he should be doing exactly what Scottie Scheffler's doing and Bryson DeChambeau's doing, in signing as many autographs for children as he can, trying to do as many appearances as he can for kids.
Yep.
Like I know Scottie does.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has a foundation now and stuff like that. And Bryson does the same thing for his appearances, just in a different way. I don't know if you saw, he was holding up that sign, "Come to my golf tournament."
That was
It's
hilarious.
the best thing ever.
That's
I don't
so
know if
funny.
we're covering it. That was like the best. They've got Bryson out there for guerrilla marketing for the live
he's on the
golf.
side of a road holding a sign.
That's
"Come to my
so
golf
great,
tournament."
dude. But the thing is like that's a true, again, Bryson DeChambeau, as we're going to get into it, because I've got some clips, definitely mildly autistic. That's not a bash on him, and that's not a bash on autistic people. And if anything, it's like a, hey, he's on your side. It's like, it's like, if anything, it's a good
Hey, listen,
thing.
all I'm saying is midi-chlorian count is off the charts.
Yeah, the midi-chlorian count is off the charts for him. But the thing is like,
And he's not Anakin Skywalker, but
that's
he is
a
Jedi
true,
Master.
just like you were just saying, that's a true ambassador of the game
Yes.
of golf. Scheffler, true ambassador for the game of golf. Don't like a lot of his takes on like, oh, well, they left. Like, I don't love that.
Yeah.
At the same time, he's not completely wrong. I mean, nothing's changed for Scottie Scheffler. At least as far as what he's done. So he owes nobody anything on that side. He owes, like, obviously the press and everything. He owes fans something, but he doesn't owe those guys that left anything.
Yeah.
So anyway, Zach, what are your thoughts?
Well, we're
then
gonna
we'll finish the
this
video. Let's finish it up.
Let's just go ahead and finish this video up.
We have time taking a few more. We have Michael Callahan, Irish Examiner, Kevin Price, and we'll move over to the left.
Ooh, an
Rory, just
Irishman.
over here, mate. You've spoken about kind of the amount that you put yourself out there during the live stuff. I just wonder, did that experience kind of come to mind when you made that conscious decision to step back from the mics in Quail Hollow? You have kind of gone through that and kind of know what it's like to throw yourself out there. Was that part of the decision too, to take the step back?
No, not at all. Like I haven't been, like, I've skipped my fair share of media requests over the years, so it's not as if, it was nothing to do with that. It was just some days you don't feel like talking.
And some days you feel like just skipping the gym, and some days you just feel like, look, again, this is just lame. This is just lame. This is so lame. Like, you are playing some of the best golf in the world,
And going back to the
and
PGA
you
for
can't
one-
give. I'm just saying, and again, I'm not saying I would be any better. This is not me saying like, oh, look at Zane. Zane would do it so differently. What I'm saying is we have certain responsibilities as adults, right?
Yeah.
We have certain responsibilities as adults. Once I take the money from the parents for this junior golf camp that we're doing, I could just say, screw it. We're just going to play on the TrackMan all day. That doesn't help the kids at all. And I have a responsibility, because I'm making so much money from the parents. I have a responsibility to make that kid better at golf and enjoy himself, hopefully. I don't get to just say, well, I take the money and I'll babysit your kid for 5 hours or whatever, and we'll give them lunch or whatever. That's not okay. And it's the same thing here. You're getting paid to play a game, and you're playing really, really good at it, and you have a responsibility to make that game even better for the next generation. That's everyone's responsibility, is to make it better for the next generation, right? The systems that I'm putting in place at the Cup Golf Academy are not there to benefit me in 20 years or 10 years whenever I'm not there, right? That's to benefit the next person. Obviously, hopefully it benefits me a little in the short term, but in the long term, let's say I get fired. That's going to help whoever's down the road, right? These kids, even if you pointed at the kids, it's like me making it fun for them and investing a lot of time and effort into making their time very fun and valuable,
Yeah.
is going to make them want to play more golf.
Yep.
And then once they play more golf, they take more lessons. And that won't even necessarily be from me. That'll be from some younger guy like Zane who needs the students, right? It's one of those things that's a positive feedback loop. And that's the goal of doing stuff like this, Rory. You don't need, this is going out to Rory, and I'm going to make a short of this because I want you to hear it. I want this to go viral. Okay. The reason you do press and or the social media point, which you don't do, which you said we could just do that, but you don't do it. The reason you do that is for that positive feedback loop. It is for the future. It's not for you. It's the most unselfish thing you can do as a golfer, right? It's the most unselfish thing you can do as a human being is to make it better for the people coming later and not to just draw every little bit of money or any little bit of capital out of that thing.
Yeah.
Right? And that's my point. I'm sorry. Go on.
All righty. Real quick, let's check in on
I'm going to make a short about that.
let's check in on Rory's fans, see how they're doing. Oh God. No, that's not good. Oh, what happened? Did your tour suspend your account because you posted a video related to the tour? Damn, that's tough.
That is tough. That is tough.
That is tough. Man, that's rough. That's all I have to say about that. Also, I don't know. Did we talk about the drone stuff?
What drone stuff?
The drone. What is it? The ball flight.
Oh, we haven't talked about that recently. No.
Okay. So those of you who remember a while ago when we were talking about how great the live broadcast is, we brought up the drone. What is it called? Follow flight. Whatever it's called. Do you know what it's called, Zane?
What are you talking about?
Where you see the path of the ball in the air from a drone.
It's a drone shot. I don't know. It's a drone something.
So
I don't watch live. So
Zane, the PGA Tour just won an award, Drone Tracer. That's what.
Okay,
it is.
there you go. I don't know.
Tracer. So the PGA Tour just won an award, I think, an Emmy for their Drone Tracer technology.
Cool.
They did it at the U.S. Women's Open this week.
Okay.
I'm gonna play that now. Give me 1 second. They did it at the U.S. Women's Open this week. It's getting constant praise. What does that say? Are they really going to credit the PGA Tour for developing drone tracer technology without mentioning Live Golf was the first to use it? Guess so. Yeah, that was kind of funny. So the award was for the Emmy they won was for groundbreaking new technology or something like that, like the creation of new and better technology, and they literally didn't develop it. I just thought that was funny. Okay, Zane's clearly not interested. What are you interested in, Zane?
I'm just not interested in it because they did develop their version of it. Like they probably didn't steal. They probably.
Oh no! That's not what I'm saying. That they stole it or anything. I'm just saying it's funny that they won it because it was like innovative. Something.
Yeah.
It was like an innovative technology award, and they.
No, I agree with the award being dumb. Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about the award being dumb, it's.
And everyone talks about the U.S. Women's Open is doing this thing that the PGA Tour started doing. It's like.
I mean,
I feel
it's like Elvis invented rock and roll.
Yeah.
Except for all the people that were doing rock and roll before Elvis that happened to be of a certain color persuasion. You know, it's like, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I am totally with you on that one, dude.
It's like, what are we talking about?
You don't gotta convince me otherwise. But anyway, anything else you want to go over?
Well, you said, let's see.
I
some
got
stuff
one
in
thing.
here.
I've got
Oh,
one.
wait. We got to talk about Brandon Chambly's good take.
Oh yeah, you were gonna
I
tell
was going to
everybody
show
about
that. Where did I put it? It was on the Rory thing, and it was about the leak. We don't have to talk about it. Let's talk about Bryson DeChambeau. He's a fun guy.
Let's see it.
Oh, wait, no. We're not going to talk about Bryson. We're going to end on a fun topic. You were going to bash Riggs. Barstool Riggs.
No, I was gonna talk about Bryson.
Well, you said before the podcast you wanted to bash Riggs.
But then you were like, in the episode, it doesn't really do that. So I was like, I'll give him a
No,
go.
I was so for it. I hate this guy.
No, I don't think we'll do that.
The guy can't break 85.
I think what I'll do is I'll find more stuff.
And you'll bring it next week?
Then we'll bring it next week.
I mean, it's the RBC Canadian Open, so I'm not that worried about us not being able to find topics.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about Bryson Briggs.
So Bryson had a press conference, and let me just say he's been touched. He's been touched by. Sorry, I forgot to share my screen. I'm so sorry.
I got it.
Oh, you got it? Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
I got it.
All right, let's see.
So
it.
he's been touched.
So let's watch. Bryson was asked about the live model and why there's no fans at practice round. So this is an interesting topic, actually, because obviously at PGA Tour events, there's always practice rounds tickets. Like you go and you enjoy the time at the practice round, whatever. And this is even at this, and you just go.
Yeah.
Live doesn't do that. So here's the answer. Go ahead.
I think it allows us to prepare for the fans better. We get a lot of work done a lot quicker, which has been nice for us. And then when they get here, they're excited to see the competition. And I like to feed off of the crowd. And I know a lot of guys out here do the same. So being able to sign autographs, we do sign before and we sign after still. We still take care of the fans in that capacity. But they're excited. They haven't seen us. It's a real round of golf. And look, it's great to come out to a practice round. But we're actually working. So for us, it actually helps us focus more on the fans during competition. We're able to provide more entertainment for them because we know that's our job, and we've prepared the entire week to show off our skill sets during that competition. So I think for us, it's a better model. We like it. And for me, it's definitely helped me become more of a showman and realizing, okay, today's the day. Today's a day where I've got to entertain. And it's boded well for a lot of us, and I like the concept. I love it, and glad to be a part of it.
Okay. So I mean, it's a fine answer. It's just I don't know why he has to look so fake while he's saying it. It's just it's a little strange. And then there's this video. Did you have that one?
The next one?
You have the next one. So
Yes,
someone came up with a video, and it's just there were a range of topics today at the
Bryson presser.
Bryson presser. So can we play that real quick?
Yeah,
This just puts it on full display.
I've been playing some great golf recently. My game's in good form. My hands were cut up. They were bleeding. I actually sleep quite well. The president himself was like, just go out there and hit some shots. I'm like, okay, yes, sir. Look, I'm always chasing history. I don't
so
sleep in Crush's Apparel, but it's allowed me to be an artist in my head.
And I'm not saying he's not authentic. It just seems
Flying the
crazy and
going to
rehearsed.
Salt Flats in Utah. And now that I've got a couple million followers on YouTube, I mean, I'm incredibly grateful. And realizing, okay, today's the day. Today's a day where I've got to entertain. I definitely lost a lot of my childhood practicing golf. Is it now an incredible responsibility? Yes. Yeah, a lot of it's trying a bunch of weird stuff. I literally picked up salt from the Salt Flats, and I have it in my house. I'm using it for some of the meals I'm using, so I'm literally using it. There were Saturdays where I'd count golf ball buckets and see if I could get over 1,000 balls in a day. I've been doing some fun side quests. Yes, there's no doubt. Appreciate it. I've been playing some great golf.
Dude, that's
in the
incredible. Dude, that's incredible,
in
man.
the
That is
world.
So He's definitely touched. He's touched by something. You know, it's like
I definitely lost a lot of my childhood. Dude, watching that
It's-
compilation, I
it's
feel
hard.
like gave me ADHD. I don't know how that works.
caught a little bit of the tism.
Dude,
I caught a little
oh my
tism there.
God. That was so hard. He's just bouncing back and forth. But, like, I know that it's cut up. First off, I know it's cut up.
Obviously.
Obviously, it's cut up. But the
But that's why we're
topics are
saying
so
there's a-
wildly disparate that it's like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's like a touch of the tism. You know, that just kind of obviously emphasizes it or exaggerates it.
Oh my
But
God.
he's definitely got a touch of that tism, dude.
Touch of the tears.
He's got a touch of that tiz. So anyway, I just thought
All
that
right,
was pretty funny to
so,
share. And Bryson, can I say this? Just in case.
He hates
Because I know
it.
he's not going to watch this. But Bryson, love you, dude. You keep doing you. You're doing great. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say.
That's all you're going to say?
all I'm gonna
Alrighty.
say.
Well, we want to thank everyone for tuning in this week to the Barely Out of Bounds podcast. Tune in next week where we talk about the RBC Canadian Open and also bash Barstool Riggs.
Yep.
It's gonna
And
be
congrats to Luke Clanton.
Yeah.
Praise Jesus. Luke Clanton.
Also, congrats to who's the Ray Creek pisser?
Oh, because he got on Sergio's team?
Yeah, got signed to Live Golf, the Fireballs.
Yeah, let's see. I saw it.
Jose Balleros or something like that.
Yeah. There it is. Ballaster. Jose
Ballaster?
Ballaster. Yep. Yep.
Jose Luis Ballester, that's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah, signs with Fireballs GC, so he's going to be joining Live. So congrats to him too.
Yep.
Reigning US Am champion. So
Yep.
big deal. Alrighty. Thank you guys for watching, listening, tuning in. We will see you next week. Excited to bash Riggs.